Friends, welcome to the World Focus. We are going to discuss the current affair for the rest of the world for 24th of August, and there is also a series for another lecture on American affairs for 24th of August. So let's get started. The first thing which is most important, the news is coming from Hong Kong and China. The US of recently has gone off on extradition treaty with Hong Kong, and they have made some trade measures. They have taken some strong, harsh measures against Hong Kong. And moreover, I would like to remind that Canada and Britain were the other countries, either two of the three countries earlier before US, who also suspended their extradition treaty with Hong Kong. The Indian case of protest with whatever the China is doing in Hong Kong, the massive protest by the Hong Kong, the people of the Hong Kong, the arrest of media mogul over there, Apple. This all has been covered in earlier lectures. So what now? The recent is that China Banking and Insurance Regulatory Commission. I will repeat it again. China Banking and Insurance Regulatory Commission has said on their website that how they are going to they are going to support Hong Kong as a financial hub. Now in economics and finance, we treat, the world global economy treats Hong Kong as a weightless economy, which literally means in academic sense that no wonder it's a small size economy, but it's very substantial, it's very heavy in terms of its effect. So Hong Kong is one of the key centers, key financial centers in the world. So having said that, so China Banking and Insurance Security Commission has reiterated their pledge for backing Hong Kong as a finance hub. And so however the relations, the presidential elections, the US China, the phase one of the from the January meeting, the trade has been called by Donald Trump. Now they are saying they are going to talk again. The Chinese foreign ministry is saying so. So whatever the things are going to be developed, it's very interesting in case of Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is a very important, significant global player. So let's move to the next story. It's coming from Pakistan. Pakistan has taken a U-turn. No wonder for Indians over here. Pakistan has been known of doing it. Now they are saying, they earlier said that Dawood is on their soil. Now they are completely 180 degree. Just they have reversed their stand that Dawood is not on their soil. So but the most important thing was that Dawood was among 88 people who were figured in that list published by Statutory Regulatory Order. I will repeat it again: Statutory Regulatory Order, that is SRO, and the agency which is responsible for it is Pakistan Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So this question can come: how many people? He's one of the 88 people. Statutory Regulatory Order, and why they are trying to say so: to escape blacklisting by Financial Action Task Force. Now this is very serious concern. They want badly from IMF bailout. They have been snubbed by Saudi Arabia. The General Bajwa, chief of Pakistani army, has been even not given even an audience by the Crown Prince. So there's kind of a snubbing, and moreover, they are befriending with Turkey, and Turkey, the president Erdogan is busy converting churches into mosque, museums into mosque. So whatever they are going to do, China, even the Turkey economy is seeing a lot of turmoil in there. The inflation is all-time high. Now Pakistan is going. The foreign minister Qureshi has been in China for 2-day meet. So they are all weather friends. So how those things are going to turn, shape up the reviving the economy of Pakistan. So Pakistan badly needs to be coming out of that financial task force by the blacklisting. They want to definitely avoid it. So they are coming with all these things. But now, as of now, they stand on Dawood is dead. Dawood is not on their soil. But global pressure, they have to act on terrorism. So next another important news is another news is also from Pakistan. This time, Global Watch Analysis, the report published by Global Watch Analysis, they had directly alleged, they have directly said, they're directly being forced to say that Pakistan Intelligence Agency ISI has been using crime syndicates located in countries such as France and Thailand. France of late has been seen a rise of extremism. Now Thailand police, they have arrested a name Bakar Shah, who has been involved in several crimes, money laundering for ISI, etc. In 2012, this man was arrested for organizing a protest in front of US consulate in Chiang Mai. This is the name of a place. And moreover, in 2016, he was again arrested for fake passports. Now this time, Iranian national named Hamid Reza Jafri, along with 5 other Pakistani nationals, are arrested in case of fake documents, human trafficking, etc. So which means Global Watch Analysis directly said that all the things happening in this area are directly being supported by ASI. So global community will be taking note of it, and Pakistan will have to act on terrorism sooner or later. This time they have backing of China, but sooner or later they are going to, because the economy is already destroyed. China can be unreliable in economic terms for other nations. So how these things are going, the trade-off with US, the presidential election, Hong Kong we just recently discussed. So in all this, and Turkey and Pakistan, how they are going to be in the arms race with India. So Pakistan is a lot of trouble and they have to act on terrorism. India is very clear on it. Our foreign policy as with respect to Pakistan is very clear. We are not going to talk until they act on terrorism in a very concrete manner. So how this will shape up in future will be really interesting. And Pakistan acts, Imran Khan government is already under enormous amount of pressure both on the domestic front, international front, from the Saudi front. So he is having a lot of things on his plate now as to address, to solve. Let's see how he responds to the challenges. The next important will be the Ukrainian jet, which was hit by two missiles on January 8 this year, earlier this year. The name of the airlines was Ukraine International Airlines Boeing 737, and the head of the Civil Aviation Organization, again this is important, who said it, head of Iran Civil Aviation Organization said the plane was hit by the two missiles only at a difference of 25 seconds. The first missile hit it and the next missile hit, the time lapse was just 25 seconds. So this has been very interesting things to know now how the Iran is going to shape up. Iran has got tensions with even US, and US has been cold shouldered by, we have discussed this news yesterday itself, has been cold shouldered by France, Germany and UK, and they have made a joint statement. So they should address this on a particular forum. Then sanctions are not backing up. Meanwhile, Iran assesses two missiles, one is 1400-kilometer range, one is 1000-kilometer range. So Iran has got a lot of things. US is looking for presidential election. Donald Trump is very aggressive and he's going to get more aggressive as the November approaches. So the things for Iran are not looking very good right at the moment, and now suddenly this news comes in. So which means we will have a lot of things which are going on the global arena, with the big players fighting it out on different issues. The Middle East, the Iran, UAE, the Israel UAE peace, the Jordan, Egypt were earlier having normal relations, and the entire Middle East. So how the Middle East is going to shape up, how the Chinese, Hong Kong are going to come up with something, how the Pakistan, Russia, Iran, China, Russia, this next is going to come in. So there are a lot of things which are happening in the world right now, and the US presidential election is the peaking point. So we have made a separate feature on for addressing the US, whatever the US thinks about it, because a lot of things are happening in the US right now. So it needs to be discussed in a very inside knowledge. I mean, it's like an inside story about it. We should know the various facts, because when it comes to foreign policy, you cannot isolate things. You have to make a symbol, and this helps in writing the answers as well. So we are moving to the next story that's come from UPSC perspective and from banking as well. That Sinabung volcano spew in beds of us. It is in western Indonesia. Now they will ask that which is the place, western, eastern, southern, northern. So it is western Indonesia, and this is on Mount Sinabung on Sumatra. This is the two things which are important here from exams perspective. And the next thing, this is also very important news. It is from part of our history. It is a part of our legacy. Great Maharaja Ranjit Singh Ji, his son Maharaja Dilip Singh Ji, and his son Prince Victor Albert J. Dilip Singh Ji. His mansion is going for a sale now for pound 15.5. This has been the tag put on there, and the organization which is doing it, the manager for organizing the sale, actually it is Beauchamp Estates, and its managing director will be Jeremy Gee, and he said that it's a big mansion, a lot of things, but we are interested in more on the history side of it. Dilip Singh Ji is Maharaja Ranjit Singh youngest son, and he was the last Maharaja of the Sikh Empire before Anglo-Sikh War, and included Lahore in the 19th century. Maharaja Ranjit Singh has a legacy. He is a place in history, and he was a huge, significant amount of influence on that region. Not on just, he actually did a lot of things which we should be studied with a lot of interest, and even his throne is in a British Museum. So Maharaja Ranjit Singh has a legacy, and now they are selling it, his grandson, where he was a mention. And one more important from extremely important was that it was in the Little Boston area of Southwest Kensington. UPSC usually asks these kind of questions, and they're very interested in the places. So, and he was married to Lady Annie Coventry, who is the daughter of 9th Earl of Coventry. So this news has to be done. It is kind of like a semi-royal thing, so it's a part of our history. So now this is going to be auction, so whatever happens in the future will be interesting. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.